Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin. Big of the CoinsKid cruise. So Bitcoin is nearing the all-time high here. Okay, so whilst I was away on holiday in Ibiza for the past couple of weeks right there, I have been relaying posts on Twitter and in the Discord. It's a lot easier for me to do that than making these videos for you every day. Okay, so I've been relaying opportunities. For example, last week, 23rd of October, 7:25 p.m. I did relay, Bitcoin, are you paying attention to this little metric that I've created for yourselves? Whenever we see BTC fall below 30 and USD above 70, I've shown you time and time again, this is around about the 5th time so far since I've made this indicator. It's a buying opportunity, okay, and obviously I'll show you the charts in a moment. It has been another buying opportunity because Bitcoin's absolutely pumped off there. So right now we do have a warning shot, and I'll go through that with you in today's video, but we're not seeing the lineup, and I'm going to go through exactly what I mean by that. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the charts in a moment, but so far so good. Bitcoin is doing incredibly well for us against herd mentality. Let's dive into the charts right now to see what we can see. Okay, so diving into the CoinsKid.com index, then at the moment we've got Bitcoin trading around about 71k. Okay, so it's pushing up, and we are getting sell micro greed warnings, and right now we're pushing up and we're getting sell warnings on the macro. This is the first time we're seeing these sell warnings since earlier this year. Okay, so I do think if Bitcoin begins to break out, we are in the last leg, and I've gone through this so many times in so many videos with you. There are many confluencing factors to this particular scenario, and one of them is the bear flag on the tether dominance. So at the moment on the micro, like I relayed to you, if you do see 5 waves up and we do start to see BTC above 70 and USD below 30, it does increase the probability of a short playing out, and equally on the downside as well, and this is what I've been relaying to you. So I'm going to go through that with you in the charts as to why I will entertain a short opportunity as a hedge against this breaking out right here for Bitcoin. Okay, so I've created multiple indicators for you. So if we take a look at the trading zones right now, you can clearly see we don't have a match at the moment where BTC is getting really overextended, but the market zones, the crypto market zones, is not completely outweighing the market. We're still sitting in a neutral zone. So I think what we may be experiencing here is Bitcoin pushing up and some of these altcoins catching up. And if you look down the list, there are lots of little buy warnings below neutral, Ondo. A lot of these coins are just not pumped. So these are the opportunity, in my opinion. So you want to come to CoinsKid.com, go down this list and look for these little micro altcoin opportunities to jump into some long opportunities and spot positions right there. Now I am developing a system which finds meme coins, so do stay tuned. It'll be part of the premium package for the CoinsKid crew right there. So I will release that relatively soon. I've got ideas, I'm developing it as we speak, so stay tuned for that. But at the moment we're doing incredibly well. So I've created so many things for you. The CKR, for example, is one. Okay, let's take a look at the CKR. Currently trending at, 59.60, so it's pushing up right now. The previous month, if we take a look at last month, was 66, and last week it was 58. We went all the way to the high, which was the last CK high, extreme greed. Let's take a look at that date right there. So when was that? So that was basically Thursday, the 18th of March. We pushed right into roughly 99, and that's where Bitcoin was topping, wasn't it? Around about the 60k level in 2021 right there, which in my opinion is the cycle top of the previous impulse, and I've gone through this with you. So the last CKR low, when it was extreme fear and it was sitting at 1, was November the 29th, 2022. Look at that all the way down there, and this was in the floor, and the Bitcoin price was in the floor around about 15,829. So I don't necessarily think Bitcoin's entered a bear market. I need to see more data, but at the moment we're doing incredibly well. So if we take a look at the CKR, it's basically dipped its toe into the mid zone, and right now it's coming out the other side. So if we look at the RSI, we're sitting at 67. Retail's not even here. EMA is not even at 100. DXY is not even at 100. Pi Cycle's halfway, and AI, which is obviously ChatGPT that I've coded into all of this, is sitting at 43. So we're sitting like halfway, to the top basically, and we're not overextended. And right now it looks as though we've come up, gone sideways, come up, gone sideways, and right now we're breaking into the parabolic stage of this particular cycle for Bitcoin, where we should just look at the CKR to get to 99 to indicate the top. Really, really simple. So I've created another indicator for the CoinsKid crew. It's called buy the fucking dip. I do apologize about my language right there, but basically it tells you when to buy the dip. There was a dip buying opportunity just there. Now this is a special algorithm that I've created for the CoinsKid crew. I'm not going to release the details of what the algorithm is and keep that under the hood, but so far so good. I mean, if we go back in time and we look how accurate this is, I mean, look at that dip buy just there. So it fell below the dip buy way back there on Monday the 7th of November, and then equally just there as well, 18k and that was June basically. So that was a nice buying opportunity. Came back up and obviously rolled over with a capitulation of the FTX fallout right there. But you can clearly see it had a retest in March 2023 right there, and we've had another retest in time just there as well. So we're doing incredibly well. Buy the fucking dip. It's on CoinsKid.com. Basically, it's part of the CoinsKid crew package right there. If you do want to get involved in these indicators, find altcoins and the meme coins which I'm coding into the site, then definitely get involved. The links are in the video description right there. So equally, if we take a quick look at the Bitcoin insights right now, you can clearly see, as anticipated, October is going to plan right now. So we rolled into it with a correction as anticipated, and I do think we could potentially roll into November with a correction as anticipated as well, because of the 5 waves up right now and the micro greed that we're seeing in Bitcoin. Okay, so I think at the moment we look for altcoins to catch up on a breakout. Bitcoin as a correction, altcoins correct back into that support, and I'll go through this with you. But at that point, we roll into November, and then it's up in November, just like it was in this season here. Look at that beautiful. So October, so far, so good. It's been a nice little bullish month so far. We do have a few days remaining, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But yeah, just come to CoinsKid.com. There's so much information and data for you to get involved with. We've got the trading zones, we've got sell opportunities, buy warnings. I mean, let's take a look at the buy warnings, see what's in the floor right now. We've got all these coins that you should be looking at, opportunities to buy, okay, that have not pumped just yet. Let's dive into the Bitcoin chart right now and see what we can see, okay? Looking into Bitcoin, then we're doing incredibly well. But if you've not already bought Bitcoin, and these opportunities have been relaying to you these past few months, the September buyback, this buyback, and this buyback last week as well, if you've not already been accumulating Bitcoin at these buyback zones and adding longs and things like that, then you're doing it wrong basically, and you should not be doing it here if you're feeling a sense of FOMO. Because what we do see, really simple, from this low here in October on Thursday, we come up with a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a potential 5. So if this is a micro impulsive wave 1, and right now potentially going sideways like this, you will see altcoins catching up, which is something I'm looking at, and then we have a little micro correction coming back down, and you bought here and you're selling here because you're buying high, selling low, and this is what vast majority of the market do, or they're going long into resistance right now, then you're doing it wrong basically. So I always try and relay the opportunities for you. For example, just there, and last week just there. So I wish everyone the most luck, but what I'm looking at so far is really simple. Bitcoin has rolled into a WXY correction at the bottom of the correction, and the Y correction of the Y wave basically. We created a diamond bottom pattern which we've broken out of with backtest support, and right now we're looking to break. The technical target of this particular pattern lines up with a little bit of confluence of the next impulsive wave minimal target, which is a 1.272 at $82,621 right there. So I can't tell you that Bitcoin's going to break that or do this or whatever, but I'm looking at the probability right now that Bitcoin is actually putting 5 micro waves there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this increases, a lot of people say I'm bearish and things like that, but this increases the probability of a correction after 5 micro waves up. Really simple, okay? So I wouldn't be looking to long this particular resistance for Bitcoin. I would actually be looking to short it. So I've made a little short trade setup for Bitcoin. There's a little head short. If we do begin to roll over here, I will entertain a head short, okay? So I've actually posted that in the Discord for the CoinsKid crew right there. So at the minute, I'm going to give Bitcoin the benefit of the doubt. I think it's bullish. I think the correction's in at this point, and right now we're breaking bull. We're breaking out the bottom pattern right there, just like we did in September last year, which I relayed to you, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, 5 of a bump and run pattern, breakout back to see you later, all-time highs expected. And this is something I've been looking at for a very long time. Equally, the bigger macro pattern here, which equally a bump and run pattern. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breakout back test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breakout back test. See you later. So what we've done really simply as well, we've got this massive falling wedge. We broke out back test, and right now we've been coming up the stairs ever since. So like I said to you, this point of resistance here, we'll find resistance, which we did, and this high here, we'll find resistance, which we have. So right now we're consolidated under it, and right now we're looking like we're trying to break out in higher highs and higher low structure since this low in September. So until we start to see the breakdown and the bearish structure, I do remain bullish here. And a lot of people say I'm a perma bull, perma bear, just moon tile, whatever, but I'm just relaying the data to you, the same data I relayed to you way back there when we broke out and was expecting all-time highs for Bitcoin. The same data here when we had the 5 microwave move up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I expected a correction. The same data I relayed here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I expected a correction, and the same data I'm relaying to you right now, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the micro, I do anticipate we could go through one little correction before we do actually take this resistance out. So this is why this is not where you should be going long. You should be going long at these retests and buying these spot positions on these retests. Okay, so we're having the most look. At the moment, the technical target is at play, and like I've always taught you, the pattern that's at play is valid until invalidated away. How does it get invalidated? A throwback back into the pattern. Really simple. So at the moment, the pattern at play is a diamond bottom pattern. The technical target is a 1.272 at 82.621. But we're riding the waves as we get there. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.